our cars talk, IoTs and everything. You know, apparently my refrigerator is going to know when things are expired. Super. So a project we're working on at University in Chicago and at Argonne is this array of things. These are these fixed place sensors up here where we're starting out by putting 50 immediately in a variety of blocks, and they essentially have and you're able to collect everything from all sorts of weather data and climate data to traffic, to congestion, to pollution. And the idea is, and this is important and it gets at how I think about cities. We sometimes think about cities in terms of a city holistically or a city in terms of neighborhoods. I instead think about cities in terms of small little microgeographies, street segments, because different parts of the city act in different ways. You have these microgeographies, and until you understand them, it's hard to make what I would call tailored treatment. So this is an interesting project. Now, sorry, wrong way. Now, when you put up a sensor stack in the city, that brings a lot of questions here. And an area that I think is very important, and you can consider this with my background in open data, are issues of privacy. And how do we be transparent about what we're doing? So if you were to Google the array of things right now, you'd find that all the hardware plans are open. So we're putting all the plans out in the open, and all the data that they collect is going into the data portal. Because I wrote a piece in the New York Times a couple of years ago which talked about the world of sensors as we push ahead needs to go hand in hand with transparency. But when you start to look at projects like this, we need to find the synergies between those two, because the value of the data is going to be enormous. This is going to allow us to work on asthma, congestion, you name it. These are critical things. Early detection of flooding. These are very exciting projects, but we as a community need to be talking about them so that we're able to do them in a way we feel good about, rather than being projects that we are concerned about or afraid of. Another project which is a lot of fun at University of Chicago is what we call the Weather and Crime Project.